going. And off we go on EA Sports. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Yeah, Richardson will throw to start out here. And his first pass is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and
on third down, here's Richardson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Let's go now. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, Richardson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Here's second and 10. On the option to give to Taylor here. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Third and 5.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
Alert! Alert!
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
Ready, ready.
Here's Richardson off the play fake. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Going for it on fourth, Richardson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. First and 10 inside the 30. On the draw is Taylor. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. Defensively, Puna Ford with a tackle there.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
We'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Pierce. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Richardson working from the gun. This is caught. Touchdown. Jelani Woods. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen, throw left side, complete. That's Hardy. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Alert, alert, alert.
Throwing now is Allen. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's the linebacker, Matt Milano, getting up and stopping him for a loss.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Come on.
Off play action, Richardson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Now it's Richardson. 27-yard line. He's sacked. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Richardson now on 2nd down. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Yay for the Colts field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 29, here's second down and 7. A man who won a national championship on this very field with Georgia, it's James Cook. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Allen now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Here's Allen on first and 10. Throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a second and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen going to throw. Giving the football to Davis on an out route. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
56.
Now Allen again. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Shoves him aside. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Now the pitch goes to Taylor. And bulldozing his way through. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Here we go.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way and then you can't convert on 3rd down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 13-7. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for Buffalo. And even 60 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Allen to throw once more. Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen. And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Trap 50, trap 50.
From the shotgun, Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. from the gun, it's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Hey, check that. Street. Ready.
On third down, here's Richardson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that. In Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback laying on you. He did that very well.
He praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. To the air, Allen. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackman. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First and 10, it's Richardson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get into the end zone. A touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things are now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Quick throw into the hands of Pittman. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
A 39-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Uncorks one for Davis. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have the 1st down, but he climbs up paying for it pretty good. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
8-yard pickup. And the Bills' 1st down.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Allen. That is caught by Shakir. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Throwing, Allen. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. 2nd and 6 coming up. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get this down to the 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A little over 30 seconds to go. Here's second down. To throw is Allen. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackman. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now Richardson. To the sideline and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Here's Hardy set to return. A fun, close ball game comes to an end on that last play.